Smithers.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to Geek Watch. We have someone new here,
What's up? I'm Alex.
and we have Jake back here with the Superman onesie on. Today we're going to be talking about E3, some of our favorite games that we saw, and some other stuff that we're going to go over.
Just generally going over their briefings. And
Yes.
So we're gonna start off at EA, and there wasn't necessarily anything that I was interested in there.
I liked Anthem.
Yeah,
I thought Anthem looked pretty cool.
it looks cool, but from what I've heard, it's gonna be like typical EA
stuff.
Like,
Buy a bunch of shit.
yep, you have to like all the cool stuff that they're showing is stuff that you actually have to buy. Battlefield 5, that looks like it can be interesting. A bunch of sports stuff like FIFA, Madden, NBA.
Yeah.
They have a couple Star Wars things that I'm kind of interested in. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sounds really interesting, but the problem is it's EA, so they're probably gonna mess it up.
They're charging a bunch of shit.
Battlefront 2, they're having Clone Wars DLC. That sounds interesting, but I haven't been playing Battlefront. And that was pretty much it for EA. On to Microsoft. One of the things that they've gone through is like Crackdown 3, Cuphead DLC.
Cuphead, okay.
And that looks interesting.
Yeah, I haven't really played it.
I haven't either.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
want to
fun.
play it. If I get an Xbox, I'll definitely play it. But I don't have an Xbox.
If I had money, I'd definitely get it.
Xbox exclusive?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
And then they have like Devil May Cry 5, Dying Light 2, Forza, Gears. They have a bunch of Gears stuff. Metro Exodus, Ori, Sea of Thieves, DLC.
Oh, Ori? Ori and the Blind Forest 2? The second one?
I didn't put down what it's called. It's a new Ori.
It's Ori and the Blind Forest. I know. I know.
We Happy Few and a few other things. What I'm
sorry. Go ahead.
What I'm interested in is Crackdown 3. I've played the first one and parts of the second one, and the fact that this is like just a fully destructible world just sounds entertaining. Cyberpunk 2077, they didn't really show much of the game. It was just a trailer, but it looks like it can be interesting. I'm interested in like sci-fi kind of stuff. I'm interested in Gears 5 because it's Gears of War.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus looks interesting. It's how I've described it to this guy. It's like if Fallout was Marvel, then Metro Exodus is DC. It's just like a dark and gritty Fallout.
Dark and gritty.
We Happy Few, I feel like that was announced like 8 years ago and it's still not out.
It was a while ago. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
I like it. But
It's taking forever.
yeah, it's taking really long. I thought it was already out.
I did too.
There's another game that was announced at E3 2016, and it still isn't out yet. I think they re-announced it at this one.
And then they announced a couple things that aren't necessarily game stuff. It's just Microsoft in general. They're adding a few more companies to Microsoft Studios, so that's becoming a bigger thing. Like The Initiative, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, Undead Labs, and Compulsion Games. They also tease that they're making the new Xbox console. And then the thing I was so incredibly excited about was what I'm assuming is Halo 6. It looks like Halo 6, but Halo Infinite. I'm so excited for Halo 6. Well, you're not a Microsoft person or Xbox person.
Halo's cool, but I don't know, man. I feel like they're just dragging it on.
Well, from what I've read about Halo Infinite, they're going back to the roots of the Halo games. So even the art style in the trailer that they showed looks like the Bungie style Halo, which is what I've been wanting to come back, is that style. Like, the new style's kind of cool, but it doesn't entirely feel like Halo. It feels like just a futuristic game.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going back to Halo's roots.
So Zatanna's titties are getting smaller?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Cortana is most likely the bad guy.
Cortana. Who's Zatanna? Oh, that's the person from DC. The magician.
Yeah.
Cortana's titties are getting smaller.
But it'll be interesting, it not being an alien bad guy, that it's Cortana is the bad guy,
Is that
I'm
the
assuming.
new main enemy? Did you play the last one?
Yeah, Halo 5, she was
Yeah.
the bad guy in that, but she was using the different, like, Forerunner technologies to be the enemies.
Yeah.
Where
Spoilers.
Cortana... Yeah, spoilers. But that game came out, like, 3 years ago.
I know a game that was announced at E3 2016.
What?
Spider-Man.
But the new Spider-Man?
Yep, that was announced at E3 2016.
No
Really?
way.
Yep, because I looked at my Facebook memories, and that's where it was from.
I
Oh.
do not.
When we saw the teaser trailer, it was from the E3 2016.
I don't remember that at all.
Me neither. I thought that was last year. And now moving on to Bethesda, which he'll chime in on that kind of stuff.
More.
So they announced stuff like Rage 2, different like Elder Scrolls Legends and Elder Scrolls Online DLC, Blades, which looks interesting. That it's pretty much a full Elder Scrolls game, but for your phone.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it actually my phone won't be able to handle that. It's like for iPhone X generation phones and stuff like that. Doom Eternal,
Doom.
Prey DLC, Wolfenstein DLC,
Prey DLC?
Fallout. And so the stuff that I'm looking forward to, so Doom Eternal, of course, looks interesting.
Yes.
Wolfenstein DLC also looks pretty interesting. And then Fallout 76, I actually really want to play that game. I know it's being ripped apart by some fans for being online, but I feel like Todd Howard did say that you could choose to play online or not. Although he could have just been saying that you can play by yourself or in a team. You don't have to be in a team. He
Yeah.
could have been saying one of those things, but
I guess we'll see. When does it come out?
November?
I think it was Was it this year or in 2019?
I think it's this year.
This year?
I think so.
To be fair, Fallout
How long is
4
Fallout?
came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah, then that makes sense.
And then Bethesda's making their first ever, their own IP game, Starfield, but I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention at the time, but I don't really know much about it, but it could be interesting. And then, so Todd Howard, you jerk, said that Starfield was the last thing that you guys were announcing.
You jerk.
And then he was like, oh, wait, there's one more thing. And then he announced Elder Scrolls 6. Gosh dang it, Todd Howard. I'm so excited for Elder Scrolls 6.
I did see the thing that they showed for where they tricked everybody.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're like, okay, so you guys have been asking for it, and we're finally releasing it. And it started off with Elder Scrolls, and it was like for Amazon Echo or Amazon Alexa. Alexa, attack the mud crab or whatever. And he's like,
Fusro
"You
Da.
attack." Yeah.
Fusro Da. Fusro Da.
It was a very hilarious trailer, and it's funny to see that Todd Howard is very aware of the memes going on surrounding all of Elder Scrolls, and I'm really glad that you played into it, and then just flipped it all on us in the end by announcing Elder Scrolls 6.
Yes.
And all I
Todd
did was-
Howard, you beautiful human being.
And all he did was give us a trailer zooming in to a kind of city, castle, whatever's going on in the background, and pretty soon, or if not already, there's gonna be a shit ton of people online with the little thumbnails with little circles around like the water area or like just a patch of dirt and be like, oh, this thing.
This rock, so it
things-
must be here.
12 things you didn't know about the.
12 things you didn't.
The rock at X, or at this spot of the frame. Whoa! Like, even though
12 things you probably missed in the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer.
I'm just like zooming in. But even though that was it, that it was just zooming in and that it doesn't even say where it is, that still makes me happy that they've announced that. Everyone knew that they were making it. Why would they not make Elder Scrolls? But it just makes me feel better.
They like to be secretive about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even to the point of denying it up until the release, like the trailer release day. They're just like, no, we're not making that. By the way, we made this.
Yeah, it's coming out in about an hour.
They They like to do that. They like to build the anticipation,
Yeah.
like Rick and Morty.
Next is on to Square Enix.
Square Enix.
I was kind of preoccupied at the time, so I saw a couple of the things. So Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts 3. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about that. Just Cause 4, The Quiet Man, and Tomb Raider. So what I'm excited about is Just Cause 4, which certain that he would be excited about that too, because played a lot of Just Cause 3.
Same.
Also, I've seen some videos on it. It looks really fun. And then Tomb Raider, even though I didn't play the one before this one, I played the one before that. But I still want to play this one. Just it's Tomb Raider. Just looks interesting.
What is The Quiet Man about? Because I haven't heard anything about it.
They didn't really...
It's about a quiet man.
They didn't really show much. It was just like an announcement video of just a guy fighting some guys in an alleyway that seemed to have beat up someone. But he's like mute.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure what it is. Ubisoft, one of the ones that I was waiting for, other than Microsoft and Bethesda. So they just announced Just Dance 2019.
Hell yeah.
Beyond. Woo!
Can't wait to put that in my apartment and make my neighbors love me.
I would play it. I actually like playing Just Dance.
It's fun.
It's a guilty pleasure.
And then like Beyond Good and Evil 2, that looks interesting. Trials, Tom Clancy The Division 2, Mario and Rabbids, Skull and Bones, Starlink, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Games I'm excited for are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, because I'm just a general Assassin's Creed fan. I was watching some gameplay today of IGN. I don't know if it was just the fact that their video was kind of odd, where they kept in a lot of stuff that they shouldn't have, like someone staring at a map for about 5 minutes. It's like, just do something. I want to see the game, not you looking at a map.
Maybe it was a live stream.
Maybe. And then Skull and Bones looks interesting. It's basically just Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but just the sailing aspect. I need to look more into that before deciding if I want to get it or not.
Feelings for it.
Yeah. But there was one thing I was really disappointed about for Ubisoft is that they didn't announce Watch Dogs 3, which I love the Watch Dogs series. I love the first game and the second game. Second game story was kind of meh, but its gameplay was much better. They improved on that. So I feel like now that they haven't announced it this year, it's gonna have to like come out December of next year. So waiting for next E3. And now for you guys to really jump in for Sony. That's
like real people?
No,
I think you're watching a trailer.
The beginning of the trailer starts as real person and then it goes into the game.
That's super weird. Oh, he's deaf. Yeah, I think you said that.
What?
I think you said
He's
that
mute.
he's deaf. He's
Yeah,
mute or
mute.
deaf?
I think mute. He could be deaf. I have no idea.
Or both?
Why not both?
Mute
Okay,
and
there
deaf.
we go. Now it's in game. This is so weird. Like, ooh, look how good our graphics are.
Oh, it looks like real people.
So, silence rings.
Yeah, I think he's just
There's
mute.
Music. It's not silent.
The quiet man.
Oh, so it's gonna be a jump scare thing. Like, cause it's gonna be silent. You're just gonna like turn. There's gonna be someone there. And you're like, oh, punch him.
I don't think he's deaf. I think he's just mute.
That's weird. That's the weirdest trailer I've ever. Well, that's not the weirdest trailer I've ever
I think
seen.
Death
I don't-
Stranding is pretty weird.
I don't understand why they think that would be new, because like 90% of video games you have a mute character that you play as.
But this
So-
guy actually is mute. The other people just aren't talking. It's new.
Like in Dark Souls,
Yeah.
when you
Skyrim.
when they answer a question that you never asked.
Okay, now we can move on to
What are you doing?
Sony.
We're doing Sony.
Yep.
My favorite. PlayStation, where it's pretty rare. PlayStation is where it's at. So, what did I want to talk about first? Let's start with Sekiro. That looks really interesting. Shadows Die Twice is by From Software, which is one of my favorite companies. of all time because they created the Dark Souls series.
Dark
But this game is really about yeah. Well, sort of. You play like a samurai guy, but you get your arm cut off and you get like this sick ass attachment and everything. The gameplay looks really cool. You get to basically parry with your sword. I don't know if it's a block, but you get a shield too, which is cool. It looks cool. Everything looks cool. The game looks cool. And
graphics get fixed.
Gay graphics.
Gay graphics.
And second
It's a Pokemon.
game that looks really interesting to me is Ghost of Tsushima, which is another samurai game. I don't know, it reminded me of like The Witcher. I don't know if it's going to be open world like that, but it looked like it was going to be from what I saw in the trailer and gameplay trailer and everything, but it looks super interesting. Kind of reminds me of For Honor, but with like open world thing, not like as tactical game that For Honor is.
Does anybody even play For Honor anymore?
Some people. They're adding.
There was a huge craze for that, and then
just
PUBG
died
and
out.
Fortnite came out, and everyone's like,
They're adding a major. Oh, I forgot to announce this. Talk about this. They announced like a pretty big DLC for For Honor that's like Chinese based.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
They have the Vikings, the Knights, then like samurais, and now they're having. I can't remember what they're technically called, but it's like Chinese warriors of some kind.
The Resident Evil 2 remake.
That looks nice.
Yeah. I'm looking very forward to playing that. Let's see. Death Stranding. I still have absolutely no idea what that game's about. I just know it involves Norman Reedus and a magic baby.
And invisible beings that make people like age really fast.
Yeah. That's what I got. But I don't.
And a spiky lady. What is going on?
I don't know. Kojima has some kind of mind. He posted on Twitter this building and it just says giant corn. What? I don't know.
What is this game? Like I can't make any decisions on this game because I have no idea what's happening.
I mean, I'm probably still gonna get it because it looks interesting. I just have no idea what that game's about.
I don't even know like if it like because I see him like sneaking around in gameplay, but is it like just a stealth game trying to stay hidden? Or is it like action, or what is it? What genre is it?
Horror? It does look like it has some horror element. I mean,
yeah.
Kojima made
the last things Kojima made were horror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
kind of.
Metal Gear.
And wasn't PT him, and then he got fired, and so PT wasn't made?
I don't know if he got fired. Projects. He left. That whole situation's like it's a really weird situation.
I mean, what about his passion project? Because it sounds more like a passion project than a studio project.
Yeah.
I'm upset that game did not come out.
Yes. It looked fucking sick. Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, which is also in Death Stranding, and I also heard that Junji Ito, the manga artist and writer of some horror mangas, was gonna be part of it, doing the art and stuff. So that game was gonna be fucking intense. Let's move on. The last one is The Last of Us 2, which looks really good. It involves an older Ellie. She looks interesting. Some new tattoos. Who knows how she got them?
Yeah, I would feel like at that point, tattoos would be quite dangerous to get.
Yeah.
She didn't.
I mean, she's immune.
Yeah.
To it, so I guess it doesn't matter with her.
But infections, just plain infections.
She didn't have a father figure to stop her.
Where was Joel? They talk about him in the trailer, but he's just not. he's not
Oh,
there.
Did he not die in the first game? I didn't play the entire thing.
No.
I played pretty far, but I didn't.
No, he didn't.
beat
He
it.
didn't. The end. It. I don't know. Spoilers. If anyone hasn't played it yet, but no, they drove off in the end.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
gonna
no
start
one
the-
died.
It's gonna start the game.
As far
off.
as we know.
It's gonna start the game off with
Yeah.
that recap. He's gonna be driving. Be like, I'm not feeling good, Elliot. And she's like, No, Joel, you can't. And then
And he turns to dust and he floats out the window.
Thanos, damn you.
Oh my god.
No, I'm thinking like he kind of just like succumbs to it, crashes, and then she has to live her life like that.
That's like the
I feel
ending
like,
of.
because like in The Last of Us, they're like, no, we're gonna give you hope, and then the very first thing in this game is be like, hope gone.
That feels like the ending of Telltale's Walking Dead season 1, where Lee.
Spoilers, I haven't played it.
Oh no, that game came out like 10 years ago.
I have it. I have all of them.
No,
Except
it's
for
alright.
the new one that's
I
their ending. Did they announce that? The ending of.
I think so. I think
Walking
it's
Dead, yeah.
the final chapter.
Yeah, that's right.
But at the end, Lee is about to become a zombie, and Clementine has to shoot him in the head, or can. Depends on how you played the game.
Yeah. Bro, that first one. Oh my god. We had to save either that kid or the. I fucking hate that kid.
Oh, the
When you're at the farm.
the Ducky, I think his name is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Him or what? What was your other choice?
Is
the
him or
the-
the
you're staying at like a farm.
the farm owner's son,
Yeah.
which he's older, so he can help more than some fucking kid.
I don't let the kid fucking die.
The kid dies anyway.
Yeah.
And it causes huge problems down the road.
Yeah. That game.
The,
Is there a third option where I can let them both die?
Emotional.
probably. You probably just sit there and do nothing. It probably
Yeah.
has a timer
Yeah,
and they both
it
die.
has a timer. It has
Yeah.
a timer. I haven't run the timer out. I
would
have absolutely
I
no
just
idea.
I'd be like watching them and be like, help! I'd be like,
I want to see what happens.
Maybe I'll start a new game and just let the timer run out and see what happens.
The second episode of
All
that
the decisions.
season messed me up because for some reason, or maybe it's because of the second episode of season 1, but cannibalism just bothers me now. It like anything cannibalism related just freaks me out and I can't handle it. Like there's a video of I can't remember what it's called, but it's where you have like robot helpers, and it's this kid is in a broken household, and so what happens, he starts taking out his anger on the robot, and there's a point where he starts giving it contradictory
commands.
yeah, and so it starts malfunctioning, and the mom says that if the kid makes another mess, she's gonna have the robot like cook and clean him. And so later on the robot does that, but the parents don't know and made him into like meatballs, and they're like asking the robot where their kid is. He's like, he's right here. It's like, what? Haven't you enjoyed him? And so the parents start freaking out, and then the robot kills them, and so that just freaked me out because cannibalism.
Wait, what is this?
It's like, I think it's like Blip TM. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up in a bit.
That sounds cool as fuck.
And then the cops come, and then the robot kills the cops with the like the turkey saw. It just freaked me out. It's like cannibalism.
Game or show? Or
It's just a short video, a short film.
Short film.
Oh, I have a couple things for now. Back on to Sony. I have two things that I'm excited for that they announced, or not announced, showed. So obviously Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. So
Oh yeah, that looks so fucking cool.
and like Electro, Scorpion, Rhino.
Yeah.
Who's the other one? Vulture.
Vulture? Yeah.
And then I can't remember what like Negative Light Man is. And then they said that they're working for someone, so I'm excited to see all of these like
Who were they working for?
the final
and all
stage.
Could it be?
and all of these Spider-Man villains. I'm excited to see them, especially looking this good because the last time I saw Spider-Man villains was in Edge of Time, which came out a while ago.
Was that the PlayStation 2 game?
What? No, no. That's like Edge of Shadow. I don't remember.
Last time I played a Spider-Man game
Shadow
was
of-
like the PlayStation 2 game.
No.
Or maybe even the PlayStation 1 game.
No, I.
What
And
was
this
the
is
one after
like.
the first one? The second one? Was that PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2?
I have no idea.
That's the
I think-
last one
I think
played.
two.
I think it was
Spider-Man.
PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Maybe I played other ones, I don't know.
Spider-Man, and then I'm interested in Days Gone. I've only seen some footage for that, but really the only reason I was interested in that is because as one of my favorite actors in it, I really like Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer or Sam Whittier?
Sam Witwer.
Whitwer.
Who's Whitwer?
He plays Darth Maul and Darth Sidious in a lot of the cartoons. He also played Starkiller in Force Unleashed.
Oh, so he's not actually
He's
the
a
guy who
voice
played him
actor.
in the movie. He's the guy who voices them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different.
And then he is in one of my favorite shows, my guilty pleasure show, because it's about vampires, zombies, and ghosts. But
humans.
being human, that show, oh my gosh, destroyed me in the end. I was like happy and sad crying at the same time. But yeah,
Vampires.